So, Palvi, as I know about you, but would you give me your brief introduction?
Yeah, sure. My name is Pallavi Dhingra and I'm an English trainer by profession and I'm from Delhi. I have been teaching online from last 10 years and I really feel so happy when somebody improves through my teaching. And this is all about me. Rest, if you have anything in specific, you can ask me up.
Yeah. So, let me introduce myself once and then we'll continue. So, my name is Varsha, and originally I am from Himachal Pradesh and reside in Punjab with my family. And if I talk about my qualification, so I have completed my post graduation in computer, and I'm blessed with two kids. And yeah, recently I have started my YouTube channel because of my consistency, and it is good. So I'm a homemaker as well, and yeah, that's all about me.
Okay, very good to hear about you. So, when you started your YouTube channel?
In month of April, I have started my YouTube channel.
Okay, so like how are the things going on?
Yeah, it's good because from April I'm consistent,
This
and
is really consistency is very important.
because for learning any skill you have to be consistent. It is must.
True. You said it right.
Yeah. So I have few questions for you, Palvi. So can
Please
I?
ask. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I have started a series for beginners who are just thinking about learning English, but somehow they are not able to start. It could be a procrastination, or a grammar could be a daunting task for them, because it was for me as well. The as The first step is always the hardest. And when will you take first step? So definitely. So as you are trainer, like being a trainer, what will you say about the beginners, for the beginners, that how they can start their first step?
Okay, see, I tell you what is the thing. A person who doesn't know English, first of all, they're very enthusiastic when they start. They are in like full zeal. Yes, they need to improve. But as they are proceeding further, they reach somewhere on the midway, and after that, they think, मेरे तो बस की नहीं English छोड़ो यार. So this is where they are doing the mistake. They already come to the halfway, so rather than moving forward, they go backward. This is the first mistake that many learners they do. First of all, they need to think in their mind for a beginner that you have to give at least 6 months. What happened? They have very short term expectation is one of the strongest reason. They wonder today they start and after a month they improve. So that is not possible. So what they have to do, they have to give at least 6 months by keeping in their mind that sometimes it might happen, the things won't go well, but it's okay. The next state can be good enough. Sometimes even it do happens with me. I always say I'm so busy. I do not have even a relaxed breath that I could take. I'm so overwhelmed with lot of things. But someday it happens. I waste so much of my time. I wonder I wasted 4 hours of mine. I could do something very productive. And it actually happens with me. And then another day, rather than like getting distressed, so I say it's okay. I'm also human. I can waste some time in like just relaxing or so. So this is what a person should. What happens? We generally get demotivated. Suppose you wasted 1 or 2 days of yours. Then the next day you rather than starting you're demotivated. चलो यार 2 दिन तो करा नहीं अब छोड़ो. This is generally what happens being a human. But you should not leave that enthusiasm. What happens when you are in the beginning, you are starting? So, from that time period till the end of your journey, be consistent. As you said, you are consistent, which I really like. So, you have to be consistent. And what is the thing you should do? They also do not like they start their journey and they then leave it. The reason is they do not get the right guidance, also they are doing something, they are just seeing I'm doing and doing but not getting the result. It is not only they're not working hard, they are actually working hard. What happens it is they do not know the right approach and the right technique. So I always suggest to the beginners, have some mentor, have some trainer with you who can help you and guide you in your initial stage, and once you become a pro you are good to speak up. But what they do, like right before you, I just had a session with one of the learner. He said, "Ma'am, I work for 2 to 3 hours in a day for English. That is like too much. You only give like 30 minutes. That is also good enough. But provided you know the right approach." So these are the few things for a person, like the reasons why people are not able to learn. Now, next I tell you what they should do if a person is a beginner. First of all, they should try to think in English all the time. What happens if they are thinking in Hindi, in their mother language? So, how they expect English could come? If you give the input Hindi, so how English can come as the output? It can never happen. So, you should try to think in English. And many people say, "Ma'am, जब हमें आती नहीं English, तो हम कैसे सोचेंगे English में?" This is the common question. So, start with few words in English and then Hindi mixed with English. It is a very good trend these days. People, if they speak like in continuous English, people say, "बस बहुत हो गया, बन मत अब ज़्यादा." है, बट हिंदी मिक्स विद इंग्लिश इज अ ट्रेंड, जो लगता है अरे यार इंग्लिश तो इसकी बहुत इसके लिए इजी बात है. सो पीपल कैन डू दिस, सम वर्ड्स इन हिंदी एंड सम थिंग्स इन इंग्लिश. It really works a lot. So from here you can start, think in English and then mix Hindi with English. And apart from that, start making small sentences. Like I can say, "This is a house, there is a window, I'm watching TV." So from here a person can start. So these are the few suggestions I would be giving for the beginners.
It's great because when I have started my journey, so that was the thing. Like in my initial stage, the mentor was not like a proper. They didn't know that what is my requirement. The first thing is that mentor is like a must. I can say that in your initial stage, and guidance is important because I knew the grammar, but I was unable to speak because I have learned grammar on myself. So when I have taken the classes, so I have spent my 3 months there with alternate days classes, but it was not very effective for me because a trainer, they didn't know uh, what my need and what I like for the beginners, as I told you. So, and then I have taken one-on-one classes, and there was same problem with me. The trainer gave me a topic about crude oil. I thought, what is a crude oil? In my beginner that was the not the thing that how you can start. Firstly, mentor should know the requirements of the students and then they can continue. But nowadays the trainers are very good, and the way of teaching is very good. They are teaching in a good way. So that's why I have started this journey, that because I was also like there was also procrastination, that how, okay, tomorrow I will start speaking, tomorrow I will start speaking. And it happened with me when I have got my first job. I got my first job, online job, as a counselor. So that time I was a beginner in English. So I thought that I am a beginner in English. My level is basic level, so I can do a job at home. So why not I should learn this language. So like this I started my journey. But most of the people, I know the people, they are just thinking that okay, we'll start, this is a like a rocket science for us. But take when they will take their first step, so it will be a like a piece of cake for them, according to me.
Yes, you said it very right, and I am really proud of you that you have taken this step. And after you talk about this, right, mentorship is very important, and understanding the student is also important because every individual is different from another. The same method doesn't fit into all of them. So I also like teach. I always like work according to the need of the students, and I have like customized plan for everybody. because one method doesn't fit in all, as every individual is different from another. And as if you are saying, yes, many beginner people, they just keep on thinking and they do not take their first step. It is very important to take the step, and taking step is very easy nowadays. Nowadays people have like so many sources to learn English. Earlier you only like go outside and learn. Nowadays things are available online for free: YouTube, chat GPT, so many websites, so many apps. So learning English is not a difficult task at all these days. Earlier it was, but now not these days, provided you have the willingness to learn.
Yeah, but nowadays, like Skype, this is the best platform that people are meeting every day, and they're creating the videos, and beginners are also there, and they don't know about the grammar, but they start to speak. So this is the best thing for all of those people. But definitely, I always tell the people, if you want to just speak English, so these types of conversations are okay for you. But if you want to take a higher salary job, and you want to go for the MNCs for like these types of things, so you have to need for a mentor. It is must. Without a mentor, like we are conversing now, so I don't know how to speak. Intonation, voice modulation is there, pronunciation is there. So these are the things that we have to be cover up in our sections if we want to go in
So happy that
good.
you are aware of these things that you need to work on, because first step of changing is awareness only. Once you should accept that yes, these are my problem areas and I need to work on them. This is always the first step towards improvement. And adding on to it, for beginners, one more suggestions I have. Mostly what happen, even some students I have, they say ma'am मैंने ठीक तो बोला ना, because I don't give them any reward sometimes. So I said अगर आप गलत बोलोगे I will speak without even saying to you. So first of all, if you are making a mistake, that means you are doing such a good job, because it is a clear sign that yes, you are improving. Making a mistake shows that you are improving in life. What happened, people, they always fear to make mistakes, so one should not be fearful of making mistakes. Making mistakes is a sign that you are improving. So this is also a very good suggestion for beginners. They always fear that what if we make a mistake. So they should not be fearful at all of making mistakes.
Yeah. And another thing is that Palvi, you can suggest for the vocabulary, how they can learn the vocabulary.
Yeah, I think if you know me, you might have seen my few videos. I gave it in like a lot of my videos I've shared. Let me share it over here as well. Just give me a moment. I share my screen. Can you see my screen share?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what if I'm just typing a word over there? Just a moment. Okay, can you just read what I have written over there? Yes, what's the word that I type in the, can you see on my screen? What is the word?
Trending.
Okay, trending. Now, what is the last letter of the word trending?
Ing. Ing.
G is the last letter. Yes, so can you tell me any word that begins from G?
G. Grapes.
Grapes. What is the last letter of the word grapes?
S.
Now, can you tell me any word that begins with S?
Skeptical.
Okay, septical. Very good. What's the last letter of the word septical?
Laser.
Laser. Now, what's the last letter is R. Now, say a word that begins with R. What?
Recreate.
Re?
Recreate. Recreate.
Recreate. Okay. So, do you understand what activity we are doing over here? Yes, we call this as word chain activity. So what happens here, the words are repeating. We also call it as like vocabulary enhancement activity. So this is a wonderful activity to improve your vocabulary. And we also call it as like brain sharpening activity. This helps you to sharpen your memory power as well. So after doing this activity, a beginner person, first of all, he will get interest in English, and he will get like lot of words, because what happens, beginners, they really fall short of the words. So by doing it, you can really improve a lot.
Yes, that's great activity I have seen. So because I always think that okay, so we can learn one word and we can use that word in our vocabulary, in our statement whenever we are conversing with the people, so we can use deliberately, we can use, like I deliberately I use that word in my conversation, at least to one or two conversation every day. I am conversing with the people and I am deliberately I'm using that word, like I have learned procrastination, and it was the daunting task for me, that procrastination, how to pronounce this word. So I learned and how to pronounce, and then I have created lines for me that how can I use this word in my speaking part.
Yes, this
So
is a very good activity what you are doing. This also helps a lot.
yeah, and another thing is that we can create a story around that word.
Mhm.
My
Yes, that
mentor.
also helps a lot, making the story around that word. And apart from that, you can also do the activity I suggested. Just doing it for 3 to 4 minutes, you will be wondering in 3 to 4 minutes, you can write around even 70 to 80 words. And this gives you a lot of confidence, because your brain is working very fast. What happens when you are speaking? You know the words. You say, ये मुझे आता था, but पता नहीं बोलते टाइम मेरे मुंह से क्यों नहीं निकला. Why? Because you are not in practice of that. So what happens it is, by doing this activity, your brain will also work very fast, and then you will be able to speak also very well.
That's great. And this is the last question from my side. This is very important question that sometimes people their mind goes blank when they are thinking something. Like if you will give me any topic randomly, so that time mind goes blank. Okay, so how can I, like imaginary stories? How we can work on these types of things? That
Yes.
imaginary stories
They
also
say,
like this.
like some people, like the students whom I teach, I share my secret over here. I always say, if you do not want to share your personal thoughts, or if you do not have anything, make stories. Making stories actually help you improve. Why? Suppose if I'm speaking in Hindi, मेरे को कुछ भी बोलना है, सामने वाले को बहाना, आई से इट वेरी क्विकली एंड स्मूथली, किसी को पता भी ना चले मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ. बट इफ द सिमिलर थिंग आई हैव टू डू इट इन हिंदी, बस same like it is shown on my face. So for that you need practice. For making stories you need practice and the right approach. For like to make stories, there are a lot of techniques a person can follow, and those techniques also, as you mentioned in the very beginning, it depends and varies from person to person, as one method doesn't fit in all. Yes, if you want to improve, you need to make stories. Making stories really help you a lot to improve your skills. So suppose any topic is given, um, again I will say, to tell you over here it will be a bit time consuming. You can go and check. I think I have given in one of my videos 5 W's and how. So any topic you get, you wonder like why, what, where, who, how. So these questions you include for that topic, and you will be getting lot of points related to it. Like suppose the topic is favorite destination, then where I have been, with whom, what I have done, how I have gone there. So you get like lot of lines for it by following this. This is actually taught in the school, 5 W's and how. But it really helps a lot.
Definitely, it will help for all of us that who will watch this video. So definitely, it will work because we are paying the money for taking these techniques from the trainer, and here you are giving us this. So this is the best. So Palvi, if you want to ask me any question, you can.
Yeah, I just want to ask and suggest one question from you, that as if you are an enthusiastic learner, you are already learning. So, do you feel satisfied with your learning process, or you wonder that no, there is a long way to go?
Sorry, there was a
Like I'm saying, as if you are learning and you started your journey and you are consistent. So, are you satisfied with the way you are learning and with the way you are doing, or you feel something better could be done, or there is like some other things you should follow, or are you satisfied with what you are doing?
Oh, yes, definitely. I have need to improve myself. That's why I'm taking few classes for myself, because my motive is not only learning English. My motive is that I want to teach. I want to teach the women or like kids. This is my motive, because definitely as of now my motive is that English is my passion and my profession. Both I can do this, because as a homemaker I'm at home. I have two kids, small kids at home, and I can't go anywhere. So I know the value of English language and I know the value of Mandarin. Okay, so I'm going with this. This is my practice, that every day I'm practicing and I'm learning new things from the my co-learners as well. They are good in introduction. They are going like a good in introduction. Every time you will see the different introduction. So and vocabulary they are using here. So yeah, I'm fully, I have that zeal that I have to learn